Mark, goal of straw here this afternoon. Does it feel like 2 points dropped again in a way?
It was a frustrating day, you have to say. Totally dominated the game. Since we were a little bit flat initially, and that affected how quickly we moved the ball across the back, and as a consequence of that, they were able to get people in wider areas and get their numbers right, and we found it difficult to create anything at the top end of the pitch. We needed just a little bit more craft, a little bit more guile at the top end of the pitch, and clearly we needed the referee to do his job and give us what our play deserved, which was at least one of the situations. V's been dragged down in the box. That's a penalty. The follow-up shot is goal bound, and that's hit the guy's arms. So why? Well, I know why. The referee said they weren't. He said he didn't feel like there was any contact with V, and said his arms were close to his body. That's why he didn't give it. So you have to take them at their word. Why would they do that if they weren't honest? So it's what they think's happened. Clearly, that's not the case. But that's a frustration. The least we deserved was the 3 points. But 1 point, it's on the board. We've earned that, more than earned that. But clearly, I think the referee played a part towards the end, and I just think for the majority of the game, we just lacked that little bit of quality in that top end of the pitch. A couple of our decisions didn't really make any sense from my point of view. We just need to have that patience and then create the opening, and then make sure that we exploit the opposition when they're weak.
We said it against Doncaster on the opening day. It had a similar pattern towards the game, a similar feel to it again today, where a team comes in and makes it very difficult for us.
Well, clearly that's what's going to happen. I mean, they've got no intention of coming here and being part of an entertaining game. If they would be, if it's end to end and open, then we're going to win most of the games that we go up against. Clearly, teams have seen how we play. Too afraid to open up, and just hope that they get an opportunity on the break. Almost identical to the approach of Doncaster on the first Saturday of the season. So we've got to get used to it. We've got to find a way. Just got to be a little bit better at the top end of the pitch. Like I said, I just think maybe Tuesday's efforts just took the edge off our sharpness, and if we'd have been a little bit sharper and a little bit more on the front foot, certainly in the second half, then we would have won the game. But in saying that, the referee should have played his part and given us the penalties that clearly were unsure.
It's 3 clean sheets now at home in our 3 league games. It's clear, I guess, in many ways that the foundations are there. It's just about, as you mentioned, us having that extra bit of craft, that guile to break these teams down that come in.
Yeah, and that's what you need when teams are prepared to get numbers behind the ball and allow you to play in front of them. We try and show that patience that you need, because if you just knock the ball in aimlessly, then you're going to lose possession, and that's when you're likely to get done on counter-attacks. There was never really any danger of that today. I thought, in fairness, the 2 centre-halves played really well today, Platy and Rom. Not only in setting off our attacks at the outset, but the defensive work I thought was really good. So we never really had any worries. They had a couple of corners at the end, but that's because we were overcommitting a little bit, and we had to get back on side. But yeah, we were disappointed because we did more than enough to win the game without putting them under the sustained pressure that allows you to overcome teams. I think that's probably the feeling that we're having at the moment, is that if you can generate momentum and sustain pressure, then eventually teams will go under. But our attacking play was a little bit sporadic today, and it's got to be more consistent, it's got to be more accurate, and if it is, then we'll win games.
Back out Tuesday, finally, change of scenery in Papa John's Trophy action, perhaps an opportunity for a few more players to
Yeah, I'll be making changes clearly. Like I said, I think a little bit of the edge of the team was lacking today, and I freshened it up earlier than I usually do at half time, and didn't quite have the effect that we wanted. But come Tuesday, we'll go again. I may well look at different things that I've been thinking may help us in league games as well. So we'll take that opportunity on Tuesday.